10, 15,
With partners.
10, 15. You are the small blind, please, sir.
And just an announcement for all players in the Hashing Big Stack. I understand we're currently 9-handed. We'll turn to 8-handed as soon as we possibly can. So if you bear with us, 9-handed for the current period of time. We'll turn to 8-handed as soon as we possibly can.
5-fold. 35.
Sending in the ninth request to turn down the AC this week.
Yeah.
It's just the fan speed. It's not the temperature. It's just the volume on us.
It's hard to be thinking a club like this in a club like this.
Heads up. Check, 8 check.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think I felt it turn down a little bit. I don't know. Oh, I thought you were moving for a second.
Get ready and already, you reckon?
Guys, can we do it just away from the pot, please? That's very close to the pot.
Oh, it's 40.
Sorry, I don't have enough wind better.
You are a crub.
I do want to count every single one. There's 40 there. I've got 20. Oh, sorry. I've got 30.
Yep, good.
15 exactly his banner.
It's 30, 15, right?
I think I need another rack.
A third rack?
Rack City.
Oh, sorry.
Rack City.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Excuse me, buddy. Can I have your yellows, please? Dan, we do that rack up, please. Yeah, third rack, Pat. These are these racks that you reckon are...
Video, thanks for joining us again. It might have felt like a really quick break, but we did have a hand go significantly further into the break than originally in the original 15 minutes, so it only felt like a 10-minute break up here. We do have that table change. Payouts live in the chat as well. So 27 remaining, 12 paid. 65,000 dollars up top, 40k for second, and 27,300 for third. So we're gonna have plenty of action in store. I'm not sure we'll have as much action as we had in the last 20 minutes of the first part of the broadcast. Spanner just helping the TD with the chip up. Pretty star-studded feature table we have for you though. Jared Thatcher, Didier, both APT ambassadors. Dan Hashem with us as well. Sydney Sider, Robert Spano, Rich Grimsey.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
played a lot with Damien, but he's working with 1.4 million big ones. Let us know if you any information about Damien, because he looks to be around the chip leader of this tournament. He takes a stab here with King Jack, but the Jack of Spades working.
He's taking all his pink that it gave him.
Brought back a rack that works.
A lot of chip movement here, but once Spano's done, let's see how Thatcher has decided to come with the check raise. Not a lot of room for us to move here if we're Damien. He does agree, and those cards will go into the mark.
Shotgun.
Any other 1Ks?
Thatcher.
Well, you sharing with Thatcher.
Thatcher.
No chance for you.
You're lucky we're on stream.
Or
Like you were on stream.
There we go.
What's your 7 gonna get you? You suck, dude.
Rob.
Oh, you're closer. You got a sweat, Jared. Oh, it's a 10 again. Oh.
Hey.
You basically
Oh,
got
you
ribbit.
miss out.
Closer than you, mate.
I did
A
all the
9's
work.
pretty good, Daniel. You came 4th. It's alright.
They're going to kind of move you now.
That's just see, those hands not getting dealt. That is the race off, but after the chip up and race off's been done, we should be able to get back into the swing of things here with 27 left. It'll be around 15 players off the money. $65,000 up top, and we're going to be bringing this event to you right until the very end. Still working on. Sound should be a little bit better. I apologise for that.
Alright, lines up in the hash bids that 1,015 with the 1,500 big blind ante, 1,500 with the 1,500 big blind ante.
Remember, this level is a little different to a lot of the others we'll have here, because we do have that 10k, 15k. So I'm going to see, a lot of players playing blind versus blind, a lot of trashy hands there, but we're going to have to put in that extra 5k.
If you didn't have those browns, I might defend, but I'm just so intimidated.
Yeah, I knew the brown chips made a
Yeah,
difference.
it's just so
That's what we're
scary.
working with, 10k, 15k. So it's going to mean our chip leaders working with just south of 100 big blinds.
Oh, the gaffer tape, eh?
Didier well over 1 million chips as well. There's a long way to go though.
Yours, yours. No,
Don't
mate,
realise
it's
the
okay. We know where
implications
it
just
came
yet,
from.
being 15 off the
Hey,
money.
I'm accusing you directly.
Bit of love in the chat for Ridge, and of course, Ridge has been a regular recently on the poker scene, but I reckon he's best known for his main event, APL main event final table finish. Can't recall exactly where he came off the top of my head, but it was quite a big score, and I was there last week when he pulled the the biggest bounty, and the third biggest, or the biggest and the second biggest. So I think he might have came 5th in that WPT mystery bounty, but he won more than the winner. So we can chalk that down as a W for Ridge, who's working with just over 700k and not a lot of interaction here. As soon as I say that, both for a top pair.
Good time.
Good
timing.
10.
And that 10 won't be good enough, so the 9 will play, and Ridge will be taking that one down. Of course, our first day of
My favourite hand. 10
coverage.
Beautiful.
It's a lovely hand.
Of our series here at Eaton Hill. It's been some time since we've been here, but we are back to our roots too.
Very
If you
ominous
have a
when
look
you
at the
said that. I
schedule
was
and
like, oh,
you'll
gosh,
see
I
the
think I'm getting,
grind,
like,
the
two
Goliath, the
champs.
players champs. A couple of structure and buy-in changes, but looks a little bit more like it used to.
Yeah.
Not really on that board.
Received really good feedback
Worked its way
regarding
there.
Yeah.
Worked its way there.
that schedule change. There's still a few things that can be changed, and obviously always open to feedback, but glad to see those flagship events back after that Brisbane series, being the main event, the Goliath, the Drakakis Players Championships, which has been run and won by Jigsy Reyes.
Three runners.
A half-hour delay.
Yeah.
I just want to know when to look at the clock and see what he's got.
Probably like 15 minutes.
What's that?
Probably like 15 minutes.
Is it only 15 delay?
No, it would have been 30 minutes in 15 minutes.
Oh.
Heads up.
No. This hand.
Oh, well, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood. So you're asking when we go on.
Yeah, no, this hand is... I might see it.
Maybe.
Spano's doing Spano things here.
Dealers,
Unfortunately,
you have an APT ambassador that is all in. Can you please let us know?
I was going to say unfortunately, but Damien looks really interested with the Jack High. Be wondering if it's something that can then turn into a bluff, but obviously the Sydney side has
I won't
flopped
let you
quads.
watch the video.
It does show unwritten rule if you flop quads or better.
Is that all?
That's a pretty good flop.
That you do show.
Like a
Rob
tiger.
does do that. And he over 1.2, I'd say. No, just under 1.2, 1.16.
Well, imagine if you just
We
find
are
some
at that
random
little
jam on the river
10k,
there.
15k big blind.
Easy.
New South Wales players.
New South Wales
I
players.
actually did flop quads with pocket sevens yesterday. I did. Yeah, you did. Pocket three.
I
I
don't
did it
remember
with
that.
pocket threes yesterday.
Oh wow.
Not yesterday, the day
I forget all the quads I flop.
Bert did. Bert did. Yeah. No,
Nice needle.
No, I called Button and he bet flop and he. I can't remember what I checked, but I had like showdown. I had like a pair that's not worth a bet. 30.
You want to raise 30 to fold. Fold 5-4.
Give Quads Boy a price, eh?
What's going to happen again? What?
Shotgun. Shotgun the quads.
Time. You just have a chip stuck in the way.
Is it a big one?
Medium.
Oh, yeah, it's a big one.
Heads up.
Pretty funny that a lot of people have got a lot of interaction here. As Jared flops a gutter and a flush draw versus the top pair of Robert Spano, who's just flopped quads, so he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself. It just comes with call. Adds an extra 3 outs, does Jared Thatcher. Let's see how he proceeds here. Double gutter and flush draw. He's got a lot of equity if our opponent does have top pair, but he does decide to check it back and won't hit any of those outs. Spano will check again, try and induce something from Jared from a hand nearly exactly like he's got, but I'm really interested to see if Jared's the type on this turn to start bluffing flush draws, but I'm not really sure that yet. No, it does check back, and Spano will take down an 11 big blind pot there, and I feel like it's a hand that could have got a little bit interesting.
That could have been an enormous pot.
As Jared just basically repeating what I've said, but I'd rather let the players talk about it. We can tune in and see what they've got to
Conditions were
say.
not present, Jared.
Hey,
What conditions were not present?
he didn't check raise.
Yeah.
Life for check raises would have been huge.
I had a combo draw that was a double gutter on the turn.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know how to lose them. No way. No. No, no, no. It is.
It's been there for years.
5 fold.
I folded.
Lucky apple, eh?
Yep.
She's looking weary.
She's looking weary.
Who's looking weary? The
The
apple.
apple.
Well, it comes from Queensland for a start.
Oh.
We're getting a lot of action flops with a ton of interaction here. Nathan backdoor flush draw top pair, and Rich just flopping the open ender and a flush draw. Rosie's flipping it against basically any hand, but Nathan's at the top of his range here, so let's see how Rich decides to proceed. Nathan with about 22 bigs behind.
Alright, we have an 11 call with Tony Hashem at risk.
Doesn't matter though, because he's being turned dead.
Again.
Yep.
Nathan's going to have to be careful how he proceeds here. It is a card that doesn't really suit us too much. Easy to say that when we can see the Ridge has got the stone cold nuts, but might just come with call, does so.
Alright, this Tony Hashem survives. The bounty is still on his head.
Jack, you're having problems taking the card out of it. Oh no. Special card, mate. Special card.
Special card for a special guy.
Always. They always talk about me.
Nathan's just going to come with under
I
third.
do talk about you.
My wife
I
reckons,
talk shit about you. I can't stand
Still
you.
think
reckons that most of the people are envious.
Reach is eyeing off what's behind.
correct.
Be hard to
day.
see
Just a day's
a
all I
card
want.
that decides that he's not all in. Does agree. Nathan snap calls there. Goodness me. And that'll be the end of Nathan Gray's $2,500 Goliath. As Nathan decides to bet call off the ace jack. Absolutely snap Ridge's arm off there.
I like it. Ace jack.
As he was turned dead, not to know, but that'll
Big
take us
flop
down to
both
26.
Both hands ready to go on the flop, I think.
Yeah, I just wanted to let the bluff keep.
Oh, did he check raise you?
What's that?
Sit open,
Did he check raise you?
No, he was betting the whole way. I just didn't want to check raise
Yeah.
when it was that strong. I just went bet call, bet raise.
He
And
let
a
out
lot
the
more
big one.
love for
What's that?
Rich
laid out
Grimsey in
the
the
big-
chat than most others, as
Every street.
15 o'clock.
our WPT not Survivor Bounty, our Mystery Bounty hero is here with us, now working with just over 1.2 million. Of course, I did mention, even though he did come fifth in that Mystery Bounty, he probably walked away with more than first prize. So he's had a really good month of poker, a really good March of poker, I should say. We are into a new month.
Oh, they're back.
Again. Hey.
They're watching you on stream and they
Remuneration
think it's
button
real.
and
You
Jared
know?
will defend.
They're like, that was a million chip
APT
pot. Time to
ambassador.
call in the debts.
Why would
I
I
wonder
know
if
anyone
this is a
$1
spot
million?
in which Jared could get a little spicy, but
Or 65 grand exactly.
doesn't get the opportunity to do so. Could on this turn, however, after the snack check back from Damien, decides to check again. And that'll just about wrap things up.
That was not the best river though. And some people
Never easy,
find
mate.
it
Never
really-
Jared
easy.
getting to this river with 6 high
not
will
gonna
be
complain,
thinking
no.
about some type
got
of
there in the end.
size. But hasn't shown much interest to date. Let's see how the great man proceeds here. Looks like he's going to come with bet. Damien's got the choice to call or raise, but that looks like a calling pose as Damien will eventually put this in, I'd say. So we have lost someone else on our outer table. It does come with call, and
What's that?
Jared left with no decision other than
It's a beautiful hand when it hits.
Talk to Tigers, did you? 3 tokens.
I had it out and I actually took it back. That's the scary thing.
We do have the lovely ladies from Thai massage in the building. If you're feeling tired or stressed, but just in need of a relaxing massage, throw your hand in the air and one of the lovely ladies will be with you as soon as possible.
Spano with the ace 7 of clubs. It's probably one of the worst hands Dan and want to jam. He's realised that mid-hand, I'd say, and that'll be going into the mark as
That was a bit of an economy. I thought that was a bit of a build-up to that.
Can I use my brain?
Jared comes with call.
I feel like I'd just be rude if I interrupted what's going on now. You know.
Oh, we like your 15,000 no contribution.
This ball's gonna have a lot of interaction with our range calling out of the small blind. So I wonder if Jared does proceed with some type of bet. Does. Comes with probably north of half. They look like two 25k chips, and Spano, ever defiant, does have the gutter, but backside good some of the time, and he will see a river. Gonna be hard for Jared to not fire again. However, the flush draw does complete. Don't have a spade in our hand. Love to see how Jared proceeds in a spot like this. Does come with check, and ace high will take this one down.
Oh, no, combo draw.
Spano said he had a combo draw there. I'm not sure what the combination of the second draw was. Maybe our board could have been wrong, but definitely had a gutter. Eatons Hill has always been a big favourite of poker players to be able to come and
You can do it in one night, mate.
Once you step into the room, you'll
can do it in
see
one
the
night
new
over there.
main event banners
Congrats,
are
though.
up in the room. Luke Edwards taking out the Voco Centre Brisbane main event, and Nathaniel
So
Hutton
you or your brothers getting married?
taking down the
Not
Gold
anything,
Coast
right? No, I
APT
don't-
main event. Who could
What's his
forget that?
name? I don't think I've ever met him.
Nathaniel bagging
I have.
20 or 18 start stacks, I'd say, potentially, and took a chip lead on day one all the way to victory
Anthony
in the
brought the
main.
blonde hair to Vegas last time. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it is? Yeah. Tony's next.
Those banners are up. Nathaniel's going to like his work there. Don't mind that photo. Haven't seen Luke Edwards in yet, and you'll see that on the schedule. Every main event winner will have a tournament named after them at the next series. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it's something like the Luke Edwards Champion 6 Max event or something like that. So if you do win the main event, you'll have 60,000 in your pocket, around about that, plus a main event banner and a tournament named after you at the next series. Ridge out flop stand here, but not a single chip has been put in since. Dan wondering if ace high is ever going to be good, but does make the fold, and looking a little frustrated. Hasn't been able to get much going since coverage of this feature table has started, as we do lose another out on those outer tables. Now, to commentate this to you off the delay, so it's hard to ascertain who's in and out from up here in real time, but once the site updates, we should be able to bring that information to you, and when those players are eliminated, you'll see the ticker in the top right hand corner go down by 1, so that means we are about 12 off the money. 12 pay, $60,000, $65,000 to the victor of this $2,500 AUD Goliath here at APT.
Blind on blind.
What?
I don't think we've been in the hand together.
No, we have not.
A couple of friendly ones.
Heads up.
I'm all for friendly.
So we are going to see a lot of this small blind, big blind interaction at this level. 15, 10K, 15K. Basically going to be after calling a lot of hands when it does fold to us in the small blind. Spano looking to get a little frisky, but not sure that's going to happen with Well, no. Maybe I was wrong. No. Does show the deuce. We'll move
The
on.
exact same hand I did last time. I had that trip.
Oh. I don't know what we call you anymore now that you just rock up with this egregious amount of bling. Like,
I think you're supposed to sit there, because we don't want to be next to the dealer, mate, trust me.
what would you say your current theme song is?
What about the Bo Diddy or somebody like that? They've got the,
We don't want to touch those records at the moment.
okay. You know, the guy who's like Snoop
Yeah, I feel
Dogg.
like-
That's who you need to be, the redhead Snoop Dogg. The carrot
It's
Snoop
Coop Dog.
Yeah, Coop Dog.
It's
yeah.
Coop Dog.
It's Coop Dog. What are we calling you, mate? If we're calling him Coop Dog, what are you calling? Fuck, I don't know.
One raise, 30,000. 2 folds, 3 folds.
I'll try and keep clear all of that commotion in the background, but if you do knock out an ambassador in the $600 Joe Hashem deep stack, you will obtain a $600 bounty added into the prize pool by APT, mind you, and of all of those players that could have played in the event, that's about $3,600 extra into the prize pool provided by APT if you knock out any of the ambassadors or Dan, Tony or Joe Hashem. That did include Didier, Jared and Dan, but all three are on this table, so they won't get the chance to be playing in that event, but it would have been $3,600 added into the pool if they did. But if you do knock out Tony Hashem, Joe Hashem or Shelley Pooley, that's an extra $600 for you. And I just had to turn the mic off, so I think someone did just knock out Tony and there was a bit of commotion there, so. Nice little promo there from APT. Knock out the owner and get $600. A lot of people would be happy to do that, as Owen, no stranger to an APT feature table, is going to come in with King Jack from the hijack, and Spano flats the sixes. Just over 1.3 now, Spano. Taking down a nice pop before after flopping quads. Could have seen blood on that King Queen with King Queen on the King 10 7-2 club board, as Thatcher alluded to. That could have been a really large pot, but deciding to check back there, saving Jared Thatcher a lot of chips. As Owen decides not to c-bet this board, maybe now we could take a stab. Does agree. Let's see if Spano continues.
Wow, Linsky busted. He had 1.4 mil coming in from the break.
Is he? Who got it?
I don't know. I think Naj. I'm guessing.
As Didier just updates us via the table mic that we do lose Alex Linsky, former champion of this event.
Which might have been short.
Alex is being knocked out.
Yeah,
It seemed somewhat extraordinary when I walked in. He had over $1 million.
I think Naj and Jen, but I can't tell for sure. I
Okay,
think Jen's
so
she's got
it looks like he had more, around 1.4.
Oh yeah, you're on the table. You tell us.
No, he's on the table behind.
So tune in and have a listen.
Two raise, 35,000. 3 folds.
Damien with an interesting decision here. Ace Queen. After raising a call. Have seen Damien take the passive route a couple of times, but that's been post-flop, so let's see what he decides to do here pre-flop. That looks like a raise. That's a 3-bet to 75k. Goes quite small here. Didier's going to find it hard to get away from this. Let's see what proceeds. Small size throwing.
This is deja vu.
Yeah, we did this before, didn't we?
Although the blind was 25.
Well, you tell us.
Ridge closing the action here. Given the price he's getting because of this size, it's hard to see him not folding.
3 runners.
Does come with call and will be 3 ways. Well, just about sums things up. Didier flops Ridge and Damien completely dead, and Damien, who chooses the small size pre, now comes with the large size post, multi-way, choosing around, does choose 100k, 1 chip, and Didier comes with call. Ridge behind will be getting out of the way here, and this could get interesting if Damien decides this is a board that he's going to fire off on. Of course, being flop dead. It's a card that Damien might not want to be proceeding on. Does come with check. Didier will be looking to value bet here, I'd say. Really interested to see what a player the caliber of Didier comes with you here in terms of size. I doubt he's checking after thinking this long about it. All options on the table here, I fear. These monotone boards do change things a little. He does come with large. I think Damien will be biting here. Frustratingly puts that one away, but very nice chip up there for Didier. It's going to be closing in about 1.3 million. Seen a lot of these monotone boards, flop players dead. Michelle giving away a fair few chips prior to that on the diamond board to Hardy. But there's not too many ways in which we would have been able to obtain more chips there if we're Didier.
Even though you showed us, I didn't believe you.
That's how you keep them accountable, Rich.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't even believe them when they show.
No. Well, I had a good price to see a King, Queen, Jack flop, but it didn't happen. I think I would have got a bit of money on a King, Queen, Jack flop too.
So we have a new player at our table. Correct me if I'm wrong, I do try and bring the stats up off the top of my head, but I think Cooper is a previous Goliath champion as well. He definitely has an APT trophy of some sort. I reckon it is a Goliath though from last season. I missed his chip stack there though, Cooper Felton. He's had a really big year. Who could forget a huge run in the WSOPC event, obtaining what is now a nickname that's stuck with him, the Bushwhacker. And if you don't recognise him, maybe we can get Cooper to put that green hat of his on and you will be able to recognise the great Australian player that is Cooper. He does join us here in seat 9. It's a pretty stuck table now with Jared, Didier, Ridge, Spano, Damien's working with a million chips, Dan Hashem short, and there's Cooper there with 23 big blinds, I'd say. So he's got a little bit to work with. ICM implications are getting a little bit more involved now. We're about 11 off the money. spot here for Jared. This is a card that Didier's going to be looking to continue on with nearly all of his range. Jared will know that. Let's see if he's a non-believer. Doesn't choose to continue.
Guys, I've got a request from the stream guys that you talk to each other instead of just bury your heads in your phones.
I think we've all been talking, haven't we?
They said you've been just watching the stream on your phones. And
I only got mine up about probably 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, so
I think we've been
the
talking.
pros, the APT pros.
People that are watching.
I think there's
People
one
that are
person
watching
watching.
said
people that are watching and the people that are watching.
As our team just asks our players to keep the table talk up.
I mean, I'll take my shirt off if you want.
That request didn't come from me
I don't know
because
if
the
it will
table
make-
talk's been at a pretty good level here.
Dancing girls, I mean.
Didier and Thatcher
I've got
quite
some budget
chatty
smugglers in
and
the car.
Steady
never a dull
tiger.
moment with Spano on there either. So not sure where that come from, but
Oh,
we will
we've
continue.
been joking with everyone. I think we've been talking a reasonable amount.
I'd agree there,
Yeah.
Didier.
Coop dog.
Good dog. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
talking
see,
about
like we.
dog.
I really didn't think that I'd have to ask your table to bother Spano on it.
Well, I mean, like they've been bandering every hand. I don't know. Like,
Good dog. I showed the quads.
yeah.
So I think I was the only one looking.
I think you were the only one.
So,
Yeah. Like,
apologies.
you were still talking with us. Like, yeah.
It was only for the last like 10 minutes. So.
Talking about Rob Hamill for like 10 minutes.
Actually, it's the next
From
man that I was
Queensland, you know.
Secret weapon.
We've already got Snoop Dogg and Coop Dog. Like,
Secret weapon.
vu?
yeah, the deja vu. Like, I can think of like 10 hands where we've been in conversations. Yeah.
No,
I'm only relaying what I was told.
Yeah. No, it's not you. Not you. I'm replying to them. Them.
Fair, yeah.
All right, let's talk about what the best brand of poker is, guys.
Yeah. So what do you guys think the best tour is? Yeah.
Victoria.
Don't say anything else.
Yeah, where's the next APT tournament?
Oh,
in
I'm so
Sydney?
glad you asked, Robert. Since you
Can't
asked,
say yet.
APT Sydney will be July 25th to August 3rd. And State of Origin will be there.
So just to keep you distracted and not look at your cards, maybe you should tell us all the teams.
There will not be a China team this year, but Tasmania will return, which is very
Yay,
exciting.
Tasmania.
I heard that was because they don't like Chinese people. Is that correct?
No, not at all. No.
Oh.
Our partner last year, TLPT, wanted to have
Let's
their
start
like,
off.
I'm
team.
joking. Yeah, I heard you say that.
I
It
do
was,
wanna
it was a little
keep the
contentious when
table
Johnson
talking
joined
maximum,
the
but
Chinese team. I won't
some
lie.
interaction here with Cooper's Pocket Jacks.
Start a war. We can do that pretty easily from New South Wales anyway, you know.
We started the war already, leave it alone.
Even internally, New South Wales are good at it, you know.
Looks familiar.
We haven't even been on the stream that long. I wonder if it was about the last people that were here.
Last Jolly Jackson.
So Damien chooses to see a flop here in this 3-bet spot versus Cooper. So I can have. So I was about to talk about the hand, but I just realised Cooper's gold chains. As something has transpired here, it has gone bet all in call. Damien deciding to check jam the pocket fours here, sub 20. Cooper snaps this one off with pocket jacks, and it's not a play that everyone else is going to want to see with chips. If the jacks do hold up, there are 2 fours left in the deck,
Oh, what?
but Cooper
How
does
do you get
improve
there?
to jack's full,
Go forward.
and he'll now be working with
Damien.
just over 700, I reckon. No, about 750k Cooper. So
The point was good. It was
that's
more than I
not
got
something
from
anyone
this
else
guy
at the
or
table
anyone
that's
else,
ever
you
played with Cooper before.
Jared doesn't know where he is right now.
knows his
Don't touch me.
reputation. I don't want to see him with chips, and
He's upset. It's been
Damien,
several
who
days
did come
without a
to our
trophy.
featured table with around 1.4 million down,
What are you talking about? He got
about 50% of his
Exactly,
stack.
several days.
Oh,
Several days. How do you have so many chips? You're so dumb.
you know what I'm really happy about? Is that he's really upset that I've got to refuse. Yeah, baby!
Kills me. It
Yeah,
kills
baby!
me. I would trade my chips for none if it meant that you got none as well.
Yeah, baby!
That's
I think they're going to say we're talking too much.
Yeah, I'm worried. We'll get told to quieten down. Yeah.
Fucking loud now.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go quiet down there.
Do what you must. Malcolm would probably be on this table if he was playing in the tournament, Cooper.
Look, I'm happy with this.
It's not a 19,000 person field.
Do appreciate the extra chatter
Is
there
he going to
from the
Vegas when you
players.
start? Yeah. Got to defend the title, right? Not an easy title to defend.
That's Didier making mention of Cooper Feltham's good
He's gonna
mate,
min
Malcolm
cash at the
Trainer,
big
who
game.
did take out
It's
his
just the
first
opposite of
ever
last year.
WSOP event that he ever played. Being
Like,
a
not that you can never say that
19,000 run
anyone who
field,
wins the tournament for a
1K
million runs
field
bad, but within the
for a
context of it
bracelet
being a
of about
mystery bounty,
1.5
you got like
million.
14 or 15
he got
mystery
so
bounties, and they're just all
Listen to
mint.
Didier
He got
talk
so
about that
unlucky.
run.
His Instagram was great that day. This is Daft Punk.
The guys on the final table has 95% of the chips. Everybody's got 10 bigs and he's got 1,000 bigs.
The other guy got heads up with the guy who he was heads up with had a fair bit though. He must have evened out. Yeah, right. It was actually it was a bloody crazy heads up from what I saw. Like they were both just 3-betting each other every single hand. Like neither of them had anything at any point. Like it was just like, oh man, it was nuts. Like I think I watched like 3 or 4 hands and it was like 10-7 off. Jack 8, like each them taking turns 3-betting each other, and then the other guy had enough of Malcolm and like 4-bet whack Jack 8 suited or something. Got it through.
Damien drills a 3-outer here.
Why did I let you get there?
Spano knows what he's up against, calls anyway,
There it is.
lamenting
There
his
it is.
decision probably not to bet the turn,
Let you get there.
but he did flop quads
Shouldn't
against
have let you get
Damien,
there.
so
My bad.
maybe can't complain too much.
Probably wouldn't have called more. Because I knew I could let you get there.
As Damien gets about 200k back from, about 100k from his check jam with the pocket fours. First Cooper's jacks, which did hold. A lot of familiar faces here, but even the more, not so regular names are familiar faces on APT streams. Owen Wish, a lot of trophies in his cabinet. Thatcher working with around 20 bigs. Didier's really taken command of this feature table ever since we started coverage.
It's a lot of pressure having to talk. I wanna move
Yeah,
that
we have to
down
be
low.
entertaining and not give bad jokes. That's the real pressure.
No, more dad jokes.
Oh, those are okay. Those are. Are you allowed to straddle? I mean, it would be a blind. It would be a blind, non-live, yeah. But I feel like we'd all respect it. No one's just gonna call. We wouldn't do that to you, Cooper. Go ahead. Yeah.
hey, maybe.
2 raise, 35,000.
Eric, is it 2 stacks of greens or a purple in the behind? Like,
No, just one
oh, 2
stack.
purple, thanks,
Yeah, and then
That's fine, thanks.
Not 3 purples. 3 pinks.
3 pinks, yeah, thanks.
You colourblind too.
Didier might look to have a stab at this one. Ridge does have a lot of backdoor stuff going on here with the 8 of clubs on board, so given how deep we are, I'd be surprised to see Ridge just give this one up so quickly. We'll see what he does come with. Decides to fold that one.
Another club, I was saying.
Yeah, in the club.
Needs to flop a
Another
fudge draw
club.
to continue as he does explain his thought process there to Didier. 23 left here, 12 pay in our $2,500 Goliath here at APT Eatons Hill.
Do these demarcation disputes as opposed to war wars? Chucking chips like that.
Well, that's a sign I'm going to win this pot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Demarcation.
Thank you very much. I'm okay with this.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
It's a sign, right?
Got a little bit of interaction here. Cooper defending the 7-5.
Are you happy?
Ridge with ace queen suited. An ace-high board would see some type of action, but this is the world of Robert Spano. Flopping top 2 here. Ridge is going to like his hand quite a lot. Let's see how Rob proceeds. I'm surprised to see anything other than call. Does come with that. Cooper out of the way, and we'll see a turn. Could be a card that he might look to slow down on with our specific hand, which does not agree. It's going to come with, that looks hefty.
130.
It's about half. Struggle to see the chip denominations from up here. Commentating the stream to you on the delay as you see it. Spano comes with call. Ridge will have 5 outs. We know that there's 5 outs. There's obviously more. Our graphics do take into account the folded cards. And that looks like bang on half pot. Ridge doesn't like it at all, but he cuts out calling chips immediately. Diamonds do brick off, and he does pay the man. No, doesn't like it. I feel like Ridge could have thought about that a little more, given he actually counted the chips out and handed them to Rob instead of handing them to the dealer. He thought maybe he was giving some type of donation over to Spano. Really hard to fold when the diamonds brick off, but intuitively when we move our chips over to the other player, it's not a good sign. He's going to be approaching around 2 million on...
We're still carving up the lots. Like it's got to go through.
Just under that, 1.75.
We're putting our...
Very hard to fold that river. We don't have a diamond in our hand. Flush draw does brick. Sometimes we've got to pay the man, and Spano, as soon as he sat down at this table, he's been on a tear ever since he flopped quads. Ridge, frustrated there. He played the hand as well as he could have.
You got much pest?
Bit under 300.
Jared defends a king 3, flop middle pair. Working with a little backdoor flush draw there. If 3's no good, but it's really hard to bin our cards in a spot like this. SPR's getting dicey now. But let's see how Spano proceeds. Does check back. That is a king on the river, I reckon. The graphics haven't caught up, but it looks like a king from here. And Thatcher's just rivered 2 pair, I think, versus Spano. Just let our graphics catch up. It is a king. Thatcher decides to bet and leave 4 big ones behind. Oh, I thought I heard Rob say all in. Maybe he was just talking to himself. That flush draw does brick, but you would have thought Thatcher might have check jammed that on the flop, so it probably wouldn't be there as often as it should be. Spano should be able to bin this one. He does. Nice river there for Jared Thatcher.
Jellyfish. I'm not getting in the pot with that. Yeah, baby!
Martin got the bounty.
And he's happy.
You got a what? What? Oh, I'm so happy.
He got the bounty.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Stoked.
Oh, I just bled some chips to you. I don't like doing that, Jared. Thatcher.
Did you have a pair of 8s?
Oh, wow, how'd you know?
I don't know.
Wow.
You look at the video.
That is incredible.
What's
If
going
anyone
on in
just
this
heard
place?
that.
The
You had a
ambassadors
pair of 8s.
are getting fucking information.
That's incredible.
Put it on screen.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Thatcher has nailed
did it.
absolutely the 2 specific cards that Spano had in that hand, to the point where Spano thinks he's receiving information as an APT ambassador. Of course he's not, but that is incredible. Jared Thatcher.
Have you taken your t-shirt off yet?
Yeah.
You're wearing the same one.
That's amazing. Thatcher,
How much
he's
do you have, Daniel?
he's gonna look like an absolute genius in
Sorry, mate.
25 minutes time. That's the delay that this stream has. Pocket 8s, he reckons. That's a great advertisement for APT ambassador. Jared Thatcher. Nailing exactly what Spano was up to in that hand. Pretty incredible.
The right ones, up big ones, 10,000, 20,000, with a 20,000 big blind empty.
3 runners.
And then Mr. Shuffle ones, we have next at 10,000, 20,000, with a 20,000 big blind empty.
Check, check.
SBR's 1.5 here, and Dan's turned a flush draw. Let's see how he proceeds in this spot. Had the option to jam pre as well. Did Dan, but opted to raise. It's going to take his equity and see a river, and it's going to pay dividends as he runs into a backdoor flush. And Didier with top pair. See what size Dan comes with. No one's shown any interest in this pot as yet. Probably wouldn't let us use a size such as this, such as all in, but don't hate it. He's going to come with all in. Oh no, apologies. That's half pot. Levy himself with 75k behind. Jared with the king high and a player behind will be getting rid of this one, but pretty hard for Didier to lay this down. It would be some type of fold if he does.
Yep.
He already doesn't like it. Such good intuition. He hates it. He's going to put it in and pay the man. Yeah.
Not the donation I was expecting.
Interesting to note the last 3 river bets we've seen on this table have been paid off by our player that knew that the chips were going across the table.
Not the donation I expected.
Have they not
See if
pulled-
Didier's
Yeah,
got
big
anything
race.
to say about that one.
Confused about
Like a big ace, like ace king, ace queen. Rather than flush.
Only a couple of minutes.
It's a fair analysis, I think.
Doesn't have many flushes there.
Yeah.
Assuming they're just not announcing it,
the
but they're
ace
probably
over.
saying it to the tables. They probably
What's that?
so 10-20.
They announced it.
Tiger, did you announce the race?
You
Doesn't change things for me.
So we do move into level 15. Small blind stays the same, but a big blind increases to 10k, 20k. Easier to work out the effective stack when you don't have the information up here in front of you. A little bit easier for me anyway. There's 20k big blind. And we'll play through this level, which has got about an hour left, and I think we'll be heading into a dinner break
I just called you Anthony. in
of
that hand,
about
didn't I?
45 minutes after this level completes. So we'll be here with you for another hour. I dare say we'd have a few more players
Yeah, you would,
eliminated. We'll
yeah,
come
you
back
have to
from the
fold.
dinner break a little closer to the money than we are now, of course,
Suppose.
but I think that is the plan.
That's right. You had to take your anger out on me eventually, Jacob.
Why are you angry?
Oh, it's because I always miss my big blind and hit and he's like, Didier.
Again?
Again.
Again?
Yeah.
And we know who you are.
Yeah.
And you
I'm at the top of several dealers' hit lists.
Wow.
Us, Taylor, Jacob, Kath. You know.
Love to get the backstory about these gold chains of Cooper Feltham. He has had a really good year on the felt. Maybe we are working with some 24 karat gold chains. I doubt they'd be fake given how much money Cooper Feltham has won this year playing No Limit Hold'em.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go, go, go.
Of course, I have mentioned a couple times, but we have gone up a level here. We've lost another player, so an out-of-table elimination takes us down to 22. That's where 10 off the money, so starting to think a little bit more about what our stack is worth in real dollars. $65,000 up top in AUD to our Goliath victor. Cooper Feltham has been there, done that, a previous Goliath winner. Jaron Thatcher's basically won everything there is to win in Australian poker, but I can't recall him winning a Goliath. He has won everything else though, correct me if I'm wrong. But Cooper is definitely a previous Goliath champion. Rob Spano's probably won every event that Australia's got to offer in the last 20 years, maybe even more.
Spring into action.
Oh, I wanted to fold that, but my hand just got chipped and put it in.
What?
No, I'm still thinking about that bloody ace queen hand.
I thought you meant about that hand just then. I was like, really? That's interesting. Call.
Knew it, but just needed to see it. Curiosity.
Dan opts for 3-bet here with the ace-king. First Damien's ace-jack. I've seen Damien get out of line with the pocket fours before. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, Cashman magic. Yeah, baby.
Oh, because this deal's been terrible for
There's
you.
been a little bit of commotion in the background. It looks like Martin Ward may have been
You haven't lost any
the player that knocked out one of our ambassadors, so he's now free-rolling the $600 Hashem deep stack. Martin very happy with himself, as Damien does come with call and an ace I boarded see some blood, and I called it in. Ace deuce 7. No player holds a diamond, but Dan Hashem going to be absolutely licking his lips. The SBR is less than 1, thinking of all ways he can try and get his chips in by the turn or river. Damien, after calling this pre, it's now going to be difficult to maneuver. Looking for a jack and a jack only. One's already been folded. That's a couple of outs. When I say out, is that a lead? Did I just see a lead there? I did. Leads for a very small size. Oh, this is definitely not something you see every day. Daniel wondering how to proceed here. If he just jams or comes with call. We do have that flush draw on board, but this is a spot that he's probably never been in before. It does come with call. SBR is less than 0.5. If Damien leads the turn, it's going to be pretty difficult to see him not jam the river. He goes all in, and Dan calls. Doesn't like it. I apologise. So Dan had 130k behind. It looks like Damien bet 100k of that 130k. So he hasn't gone all in, but Dan deciding to call to leave himself with a big blind behind, big blind and a half. Damien shakes his head. He's gone through a million chips very quickly. Had about 1.4 million. Glad to see a smile on his face. About 1.4 million, and apologies. Come to the table with 1.4, down to 400k. But after the ace high board, it was struggle street from then onwards. Was looking for two of the remaining jacks in the river.
I wasn't happy about folding it either.
Jared telling Damien he does have ace jack there, so he was drawn pretty thin.
I'm not thrilled. No, I'm not thrilled. I don't know. I'm not thrilled. But yeah.
Oh, was there spades out there?
No.
7, 2, 2, 4.
Hard to please.
Why? Where are you going?
I told you you'd move.
What? We just gave him. We gave him chips so that we could make him fodder.
Good hit and run,
Dan
Daniel.
Hashem from our feature table, but not because he's been eliminated. It looks like he's on the move to an outer table.
Just because you need a lot, Daniel.
So we'll be
I've never
working
met a
with
guy who just tanks so often as you
8,
do.
7, and 7. Dan leaves us
Have you
to
got
balance
6 still?
out an outer table.
Yep.
He only picked up 40, didn't he?
No, he picked up purpose. Your time bags. The ones that you use all the time.
Spano getting stuck into Cooper about potentially tanking there. I didn't think Cooper was too much of a tanker, but a bit of a jovial chat between the two.
Bert just ran queens into Naj's kings.
Who did?
Bert's queens into Naj's kings. Yeah, Naj always has it.
Didier-
That's what we think about Naj.
Didier reporting a big confrontation
Solid value guy.
1000%
Nitty, if anything.
all the time.
It's a lot of confidence. Oh, so Owen's going to come with call here, so Jared raising off 17. Owen comes with call. And we don't have Cooper's holding in the big blind, but if we get a low board here, Jared Thatcher's in trouble because he won't think Owen's got a bigger pair than pocket tens given his flat here pre, and Owen's just probably saved his tournament life or most of his chips as Jared flops middle set on a king high board. He's going to be licking his lips. Jacks is not a hand that Jared will be putting Owen on in a spot like this, but can't fold just yet. Backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. The best hand of a lot of time as well, and one of those backdoors does come in. It's going to be a really interesting spot. Let's see how Jared decides to try and get most of his chips in here. This will set up a SBR of 0.7 on the river, which Jared would be looking to jam quite a lot on. As Owen probably knows now his hand is no good, but we do have those outs to a straight. As Jared fills up on the river, it's going to be really difficult to see him proceed with anything other than all in. Let's see what the master let's see what he comes with. He does go all in. And Owen in the tank here. Got to give him some credit. Most players would probably be out or decimated because he'd be looking to get this hand in versus a player such as Jared, but it's just opt with call and he might just save himself. Let's see if he can get away from it. He's certainly given himself a chance to do so. And that's not a call. That's a time bank chip. Just remember, we don't have to throw in our chip. The clock will count down and the dealer will take the time back at the end of the hand. So be careful if you are playing out there and you think the player calls in a shot clock event. As Owen contemplating what he can possibly beat here after this action as Jared's gone raise, bet, jam. Owen's given himself the best possible opportunity to get away from a hand like this. After flooding pre, it'd be disappointing to see him put the call in here on the river. Let's see what he comes with. He puts that one in the mark, but in 25 minutes time and Jared Thatcher sees that, he might feel pretty hard done by. Sub 20 there, Jack's first 10's really hard to see that not get in. But Owen is still in the tournament. Most others would probably be out of here, or at least decimated. As we do lose one more on an outer table. That may have been Bert Perry, if you heard Didier's live reporting there. He says, I just heard him make a comment at the start of that hand that he may have run queens into Naj as kings, but obviously that's just hearsay. I'm commentating the hand on delay, so as you see it. But that is what I overheard, so that could have been the elimination. Not sure though. We are now 9 off the money, and we'll play through this level and have a 45-minute dinner break at the culmination of it. 1 hour levels here on day 2. As Cooper decides to see a flop here with Jack 7. Jared decides to check back the Queen Jack. can tell you who's not eliminated. I am hearing that Liam Jihu on an outer table thought he was eliminated, but he had a 25k chip left. So one big blind. But lo and behold, Liam's still in the tournament, has spun that 25k chip up to 750k.
You're going to see it on the video.
He
That's what
had
I'm hearing currently. That would be a pretty crazy spin up if that's true. So,
Pardon?
Double into you? No barrel?
Yeah.
He does that. Sorry.
Why,
Oh, sorry.
why are you only putting what? What? Yeah.
I'm only 19 minutes late. Do you have a problem with that, Robert?
Oh, yes, you're not on the video. You're in live, not
Yes,
on the video.
I'm aware. I'm aware. It won't be the last time, unfortunately.
No, I know.
Very lucky to have a tolerant dealer.
Who said she was tolerant?
Me.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
No, she's not. She's
Cooler
next
him.
to the
Just cooler
hardest
him.
dealer in the
Just
universe.
as it does look like there is some truth to that. Liam Jiu on one big blind, 25k, is now on 750. That is craziness.
65.
As Didier's going to look to raise this up with the King Deuce. Just to see how Jared proceeds. If he just comes with jam, raise. Not sure call is something that he'd opt to do very often, but he does just come with the jam, and Didier will put that one in the bin as Catherine Young does join us on our featured table as the dealer.
I'm upset you sound when you went away.
Experienced dealer. You'll see Catherine a lot on our feature tables throughout the week if you haven't seen her in previous series. Co-host of the Australian Poker Pulse podcast as well. If you've seen her face around or it looks familiar, that'd be
No, it does
where
go
it's
common,
from.
like, really. It's more of a like on and off switch rather than a
Also,
temperature
he's a
adjustment at
multiple
any point.
trophy winner as well.
I've been the same all day.
Dealer and player
My
extraordinaire.
head feels
has
very
won
cold from all the
quite a
the
few
wind.
events in the last 18 months. But here, dealing our feature table.
The rage. Well, no, now I'm feeling like less
You'd have
cold
to pry
now after Jared
6-5
just
suited
linked
out of
in, you know.
Spano's
The
cold
steam
dead
gets me
hands,
back
I
to
reckon,
about a normal temperature.
at nearly any depth, but does gonna come in with a raise here.
Quads. Oh, sorry.
Spanovich.
If you have just tuned in to Spano's relentless quads chanting, he did flop quads on the first hand back from the break with pocket sevens. And now flops a flush draw. Owen peeled one off there with a gutter. It's drawing quite thin. Spano continues on the turn, and as Owen does peel off the gutter, and
This is my song.
Rob continues there, and we'll take that down.
Ed.
About 40 minutes left here of level 15, and that will take us to a dinner break as we reach the money bubble here at the Goliath. 12 pay, $65,000 to the victor. Cooper Felton looking to take down his second Goliath trophy. And the two APT ambassadors, Jared Thatcher and Didier, in seats 1 and 2. You see the ambassadors throughout the week wearing those bomber jackets. Quite like the look of those. Spano getting some good distribution here. We could be seeing a confrontation. Damien, sub 20, probably looking to get this one in versus Spano, who I dare say would call depending on what happens behind, but Damien just comes with call.
You look happy again. It's very concerning.
I said I wasn't going to smile.
That's a good photo of Damien.
What are we up there?
It looks like our tournament from yesterday, I guess. Or maybe today. Maybe today. That's Tom's resting face.
Photo, mate.
There's Spano. Spano with the vape.
It's sticking together.
He turned around, it's Gary Lynn. That's so good. You were actually on there, but the timing was perfect.
Ridge will defend. Now,
Turn around, looking
see
at
what
yourself, and
happens
you see
here. This
Gary
is
Lynn.
really interesting.
Story of my
Damien
life.
wants to get
feeling
this
his
in the
cards
majority of the
personally.
time. Decides with call. Let's see
They
if
do
he
look
saves
similar.
himself.
Spano, Gary,
And he probably will.
Daniel when he's not being moved.
Couldn't really ask for a better flop with the pocket nines. Damien's chips and cards go flying. Spano really getting a hold of this feature table now. Up over 1.8 million.
45-minute break. Bit excessive, right?
For dinner?
Dinner.
You reckon?
But make sure you can order it.
I ate in that first break. I went to the sushi train and had like 5 bowls. And back in the 2 minutes on the clock.
Wow, that's
It's only
impressive.
45 minutes to dinner.
20, yeah.
I think a lot of places.
Catherine, don't go over dinner. Come and have dinner with us and
It's my
come back to the
bedtime in
table.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'll be done in 2 hours. I'll be done.
Oh, no, all of us. Cooper will find a way.
Gold chains, the intimidation. You said you don't wear silver. I heard you say you don't wear silver.
Damien decides to flat
Coop
the ace
dogs,
queen
Coop dogs, Coop
prior
dogs.
to this.
Expanding
Take the
the
queen
medals that
unsuited
he'll
to
wear.
the streets here.
Coop dogs stepped
It's actually
up.
more bronze and silver on the necklace. The
It's
gold
going to
is
be a
more
pretty good
reserved
hand for
the
10 big
wrist.
blinds for Owen.
Yeah.
Hard to not see him put this
You do
one
need something
in.
for the head.
That looks expensive. This
Crown or
Just
tiara?
contemplating
Yeah.
that
No,
decision
look at
now,
his
though.
head.
It does look like it's going to go in.
I like that Garrett keeps it on him. Never know when he might need it.
Stop. That was, yeah, that was the trick we were talking
I got
about
his
before.
hand
Not the trick. That was the.
No.
Sorry, I
Be
saw a chip
careful
going
of
up.
those
Yeah,
time bank
I
chips.
hope they'll use their
Don't
discretion.
constitute anything to do with the pot.
Tiger.
As Owen
Sorry.
contemplates what to do here with his last 10 big
Yeah, he's
blinds.
wearing too much gold.
I need to wear sunglasses at the table.
Hands
Please
just
bring
too good.
sunglasses.
Owen agrees.
Just
Like
wait.
throwing a time bank in a small blind folded accidentally.
So
Yeah, we
he's
can do
thrown
it
the
after the
time
hand.
chip out, and so he thought that that
No,
was
no, I'm
called,
I'm sorry.
so
I'm
he's
sorry. I
marked his
probably
hand
fucked you, actually.
absent. He's now gone all in.
Honest mistake.
No, no,
I know exactly. It looked like that.
Am I missing one? Yeah, one. Yeah?
Ridge did fold out a turn there, but it doesn't really change.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
probably
the,
could have
time
because
bank
Owen
automatic.
was
I didn't
thinking
think
in the
I put
tank a
in.
little bit, but it doesn't really.
They are automatic. Yeah. But
It changes the TD just for a rule in.
Definitely use that as an angle later on. Are we allowed to use that as an angle? The time thing?
I'm not saying a thing.
No.
We're gonna miss some button. Could be a different one. Can I miss like?
Catherine just
No,
does
you
remind
can't.
Ryan the action is on him and puts that one in the mark. Hasn't been a good hour
No,
for
because I
Damien.
thought
Came
it
here
was up to
with
him, not me.
an insurmountable 1.4 million.
What? I had 5-3 off.
You really bamboozled me.
Two live cards.
That's right, Coop. I didn't know it was up to me. I folded half an hour ago in my head. Trying to tell Tiger to ease up on our poor mates, but no, he wants to punish. He's a punisher.
The Punisher.
There's a superhero called the Punisher.
Yes.
Oh, you can't put them over so we can see what they are.
You know what's distinct about him from the other superheroes?
Yeah, I know. I
He
don't
kills
need to
his
see them
villains
now,
rather than keeping them
but They should go
alive.
over the
Right.
sensor, right?
If they went over the sensor, you might not learn your lesson. You see that you had a hand, you would fold.
Then I'd learn my
Two rays,
that,
45.
yeah, that's better.
But you would really learn your lesson if
What's
you had
that?
aces.
Teach you more of a lesson.
3 folds, 4 folds, 5 folds.
So the next one's what? 3 hands. If it, yeah. there with the time bench chip.
Yeah,
Ridge just getting a one-hand penalty there, I believe.
I don't mind
Folding
the
out a
rule,
turn,
but I
thinking
think
that
in
time bank chip was a
circumstance,
call.
I would have preferred.
Yeah,
You do
I
have
wasn't
to be
really paying
careful.
attention, I just saw a chip
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of the players don't actually know that you don't need to
trying to
own a
act
time bank
quickly
chip.
and
They do
respect
get
the game, so I
automatically
would
taken from
myself
your
up with
stack
that.
at the end of the hand.
Doesn't make you a bad person.
It does.
As Ridge just
It
comes
does.
back into the fold.
I'm a
Yeah.
horrible
No,
person.
you're a horrible
No, but like
person
that
for
specifically
not following the
doesn't
rules.
add to it.
That probably makes me a better person
Naughty
than
corner.
everything else.
Go into the naughty
Yeah,
corner,
yeah, like-
please.
It certainly pushes the
In
needle
the
that
naughty
way.
corner right now.
5 40.
The gentleman's gonna call. Good decision.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Your eyes a bit off.
His shape?
Yeah. No, your eyes. Are you a bit? You need.
Oh, yeah, what?
Oh, his shape. No.
I
Oh,
like it.
nice.
35.
Nice. We all have our.
Each their own.
Last night you were in Rob's room.
What's the rule if we put a time bank out and then we still act within our 30 seconds to get it back?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
because
the
if
hand
they're, not,
developing
if they're
here.
automatically taken, then
Spano-
they're kind of redundant as a
Like
thing
he's
to chuck in.
contemplating getting
That
frisky
makes it so
with
easy
king
to
high.
Do you think so?
Huh?
Do you think so? Why would it be? Why would
Because
it?
if you go to call someone on the river and you're like holding a couple of chips and then you just throw that one out and they turn their cards
But
over.
yeah, you can. But like that's always the case.
I
like
reckon
if
Cooper showed the
they
5
think
there, a
that's
little bit
call,
cheeky.
Like people do it even when you intentionally take that and you chuck
As
that
they
in.
are talking about
sometimes someone will announce their hand.
What the rules are regarding flicking in a time bank chip.
I don't know. It'd be pretty egregious angle because it's so obvious.
Instinct was 400.
Take it when it goes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I mean though.
Yeah, you can just
then
start
people can
chucking them out
easily-
like this,
Yeah.
and then you accidentally chuck out a calling chip.
Yeah, you should have. That's why I would have made 400.
And then he was bluffing and you have a better hand. You're
It's
like,
just
"Yes,
sick.
genius."
It's just sick. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's the big one. I'm an idiot. Yeah. La La Land.
We almost lost a bank.
Yeah, almost. Put them all out.
Push and
Nothing happens
pull.
here if you do that.
Turn two.
It's dark if you put them all out, you're
That's
binding.
your
Hey,
in my
How
room.
far do you think that's going to get you?
What if you just put 5?
I'm in
Yeah.
love with the shape
I don't know what
of you.
I think nothing.
That rule book must be so big. It looks intimidating when they're all mixed together. Yeah, it looks like $1 million stack.
Usually if you are watching the stream and you hear the TD with an all in and a call, it's usually got something to do with the tournament that we're watching, but what you can hear there in the background is our APT ambassadors all in
Thank you,
and
Jared.
at risk for that $600 bounty in the $600 Hashem Deep Stack, so the all in call's got nothing to do with
This is why I
the
apologize.
Goliath at the
I
moment.
can't help myself.
But if you are looking to free roll the Hashem Deep Stack, just knock out one
Is there
of
somebody
our ambassadors or
If you talk to them, do they talk to you back?
owners, and you will get your buy-in back. I believe one of them's already
Yeah, we were
gone off, and that's
criticised for not
gone into the
bantering
pocket
enough,
of
which was
Martin
surprising
Never
to
make
me.
enough noise. Oh, wow.
Usually we're told to quieten down, so we're all very taken aback.
You just told us we're not making enough noise.
I'm with you there, Didier. It didn't come from
I
me.
was
You're
very
talking.
surprised.
You're doing my job for me, and it's great to hear you talk instead of
Oh, they just wanted a bit of bling on the table.
me waffle on.
I'm going up to my room and getting sunglasses in the break because I can't handle it. Bling!
Oh yeah, it's just
No, we have to be taken off the table anyway. Oh, no. I have to put the other table on. Yeah, we only played for 2 hours. Yeah, really right.
do we just
Do you call free
we
bet
just do 2 levels?
Yeah, we can make it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's essentially, I'd pocket pair. The worst one, but
Better at small blinds.
you know, the worst seat for that. Just felt like getting frisky.
Wrong with getting frisky with deuces, mate.
That's it. You're drawing to quads, right?
Apparently. It works. It works. Look at Jared. He's in a hand and he's on the phone.
Ban him.
Just get a penalty, mate.
Surely a penalty.
How's that
Just
penalty?
get a penalty.
How's that? Top card wasn't off the deck!
Just get a penalty.
Use a fucking... Bunch of dogs, mate.
You ought to be in that kid in school that just dobbed on everyone, eh?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe on the dinner break, I can let Jared know he's got the table microphones just under where he is. You can see that
There
there
was a shit
in
fight.
between Jared and Catherine.
Used to go to was me.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you doing there? What do you mean? You didn't see me? Yes, I did. It's always. You're always in the middle of every shit fight. I was that bloke, mate.
If you are just joining us, playing through this level
scam
to a
going on.
45-minute dinner break, culmination of level 15.
In the playground.
We are sorry, not 11
Yeah,
off the
either
money,
I'm
but
in it
9
or I'm
off the
telling
money.
on him.
12K, $65,000 to
telling
the
on him.
victor. So we're starting to get a in the ICM weeds, probably more so when we get back off break. If we lose another couple of players, stock starts to become worth a lot of real AUD.
And he goes, right, come over here and stand over here. He goes, here's the honest one. The rest of you, tell me what you were doing in the cubicle together and just remember that homosexuality is against the law of this state.
Oh God, not sure what Spano's talking about here, but we
It was in
might
the
skip
70s,
over
right?
this one.
Yeah.
It was a simpler time, right?
Yeah,
So you didn't
lesser
admit
of
to
two
what else you were
evils,
doing
eh?
No, I just said I was smoking. Fuck, mate.
Oh, as you were, Mr. Spano, here's a lighter, mate.
You weren't smoking. What were you doing?
I was smoking.
I was smoking. No, I said I was smoking first, before he made that statement. So I was the only.
Which implication would be worse, I wonder?
I was the only straighty 180.
Probably the non-smoking
So you're
implication,
just
right?
smoking and
Yeah.
watching them
Yeah,
do what?
smoking's fine. Yeah.
Taking photos.
Yeah.
In those days, I got paid a lot of money for those young boys.
Wow.
I was going to say the smoking's fine in the 70s,
Sure
right?
about
They're
what
definitely
Rob's
moving
on
the
here,
table.
but we'll try and get back to
Yeah.
The
Tiger!
director's like, what have we done?
They're talking too much. They're talking.
Catherine, stop it.
We've ruined everything.
Stop it.
I'm not.
You're the one that started this conversation.
This is a serious poker
I
competition.
agree with this.
timely reminder for the boys. We are playing for 65,000
Yeah.
Australian
One of those
dollars.
Yeah, that's what I was asking,
Thatcher
Spencer. Like the
takes the
implication of
A6
doing something
into
else
the
is probably worse
streets
than
here.
smoking.
Looks
In
like
this
it's gonna
instance,
get
in the 70s,
through.
right?
Yeah.
So you're like smoking straight
Bridge
away.
contemplating the Jack 5-0 defend.
In 2020, you've got to lie about the other way around, otherwise you'll get kicked out for smoking.
I understand.
You've got to reverse
folding
the
in
bluff
that
these days.
I hate folding in my big blind.
Yeah, you didn't look thrilled.
What's that?
And
You
then
didn't
you
look
and
thrilled.
My cards out
I
after
reckon they'll just
15.
about be seeing
They were
Spanner
not connected.
in 20.
It wasn't
Only
pretty.
the after
exactly what Spano had.
Okay,
I
it'll
hope
be
I'm
you
behind.
and me, alright? Don't fucking start. I'll drop you in very quickly.
Players have taken the prompt to keep the table talk
There
up
he
very
is.
seriously.
Keep on.
In 2025, you counter-sue the headmaster for entering the bathroom.
That's right. Well, believe it or not, I was contacted by a law firm that talked about a priest that was quite active at our school.
Really? Where'd you go?
Snellish.
Oh, yeah.
Was he one of the 6
You
months,
said it very quickly.
No, he belted me every day.
Yeah?
Every day.
Oh, okay.
Like
we got
belt?
serious.
Actual
Every
belt?
day. I got belted every day.
Like an actual belt? Or like punch?
Cooper
Yeah.
at the other end of the table just trying to take a lot of this
We was
conversation
having
in.
funny
Thatcher
conversation.
getting
Now it's
amongst
just
it
gonna be
again
real.
this time.
I deserve,
Can we just
With
I
Queens.
deserve 90% of it. 90%
Didier looks
of
to
it I
have some
deserve.
devious intentions here.
90%.
Will come with 3-bet.
Did he at least do the beating in a funny way?
Just like the King 2-0 hand prior, blind versus blind. He has run into
I
it.
never win to be honest, because I always, as I said, 90% I deserved it. Because I was a little prick at school. I started with a big prick now, so that makes it all good.
115.
You're working, Jared working with sub 20 here.
Oh,
Apologise,
that's
just on
passing
20.
shit. That is passing chicks from one pro to another pro. Here, look, here, who? Oh, who?
Paint video.
Rob's really taking the mantra of the
They're even
table
wearing
talk
the same
seriously.
jacket.
What gave us away?
They're pros,
Yeah,
mate. They
we look
work
like
the
the
same
bad
thing.
guys in Pokemon.
I think
There's
that's
only one problem.
With
One
the
of
gym
them knocked
trainers
the boss
towards
out.
the
Yeah,
end, yeah.
One of
yeah.
them knocked the
With
boss
team-
out.
Luck
The
being
other
my
one-
selection of rock Pokemon.
Team
yeah.
Rocket.
Yeah.
One of them 3-bet the boss 10 times in a row.
Oh, every time he opened, you were just 3-bet.
Who, me?
Early on against Joe.
I
the other
would
one
against Joe.
Every time he opened.
Yeah,
Lot of love
Thatcher
for
has
Damo
in
in the
relations
chat.
all-time low.
About a quarter of his stacks here in the
I'd
middle.
rip the
I saw
badge
one
off
of
you.
your hands was
Blind,
7
big
deuce
blind
0 one
ante,
time. and
maybe
you
a
just
little
like
bit
3-bet.
less.
I'd rip the badge off you. Really would.
See what he
No.
can come up with.
Straight off. Like waxing your back.
Spano is going to see a flop here with the 9-7 suited, but as we can see, there are some interaction with these hands. He's not going to want to see any clubs on board.
There he is. Goodbye.
Damien, we're looking to see a flop as well. The King 4 suitors versus a 9 high. Let's see what happens.
Alright, those of you in the hash of deep stack, please finish the hand you're on. You're on
Spano
45 minutes
flops.
in a break. 45 minutes in a break. We'll
Ridge
see you
dead.
guys in 45 minutes.
Damien does have that backdoor flush draw, but it's going to be hard to
That's
see him realise
an
that.
idea as well.
Ridge probably look to
Then
stab
we'll
this
have
quite
like
often.
20 minutes post-break to
Does
be able to
so.
do that, right? Does Rego and-
Oh, I meant more if you're ordering food and stuff, like, it's probably,
Oh, there's heaps of them too, yeah. Be slow going.
might be another protein bar dinner.
Joy. Joy.
Thank you.
That's
I'll reminisce about my failed free bet.
And I said.
Damo
I
gets
said
out of
thank
the
you, yeah.
way.
That'll be the next bite.
Ridge now officially
Once
dead.
you're out of the hand,
Just crying in the
please leave the gaming area. Once you're out of the hand, the hash of deep stack, you need to leave the gaming area, please.
Decides quite accurately that it's just not a card he wants to barrel too often.
Chrono, show a bluff.
Jared Thatcher.
That's only half a bluff.
That's a bluff. What hand can you have?
7-9.
7-9
Oh,
suited
good.
is a
Yeah, you have
hand.
7-9 suited.
It's Jared.
7-10 for a busted straight draw.
It said 10 hit river. No, it said,
2 pairs.
no, you didn't.
Yes, yes. It's fucking with you.
Love seeing this interaction from the boys.
Did you have 17
Did you beat 7-10?
on the turn?
Well, then you were in the fight at the right time. Then you moved out of the way.
So we still have 21 left. I am hearing, I did bring that little story to you before, Liam G, who down to one big blind, 25k at
Yes, I
20k big blind, has spun that up into 1.1 million. Pretty incredible in the space of about 40 minutes.
That's why people get annoyed with me. Fuck them all.
Not sure. Maybe the producers could let us know if we're going to stick with this table after the dinner break. I don't see why these characters would be going anywhere. There is some thought that potentially you'd like to look to move those feature tables around so it is fair for everyone, but we also like to see a good stream, and these boys have certainly provided it. Yes, Cooper. Takes a dominating lead in the hand, but not really going to like that turn. Little did he know he's got his opponents basically dead. Didier with one out, Jared dead. This is a card that's going to
One bet.
smash Jared's range, and he's going to take a stab.
Twofold.
We don't like the turn, but we can't go anywhere just yet, so we might have a really interesting river coming up between two of Australia's great players. comes with check. Jared really going to have to think of a size targeting Nilly specifically. Yeah, Jack 10, Queen Jack. Cooper really high up though. Contemplating if any size here can get through, but he doesn't go through with it, does check. It was probably a smart decision in the end. It'd be really tough to see Cooper lay that one down. Wouldn't have been surprised to see Jared fire one more there either. Being multi-way, on the turn decides to check this one back on the river. As we do lose another player on our outer table, and it's starting to get a bit real for these guys. We're now 8 off the money, 12 pay, $65,000 up top.
Magnets, Jared.
I know.
Not far away from a dinner break. I reckon around 20 minutes. I'm not too sure. But that dinner break will go for 45 minutes. I dare say these guys won't be going anywhere, and we'll bring the coverage through to you, the viewer at home, all the way to a winner. But if these 1 hour levels are doubt, we'll be having a winner tonight.
Sweating the bubble.
We'll at the very least be getting down to our final table.
All right, mate. If I don't put you in first.
I've never in my entire life of playing poker have seen Rob Spano without a hat.
I know.
There you are,
He's
Spano.
just
With the
taken
apple.
it off
Oh,
on
he's there with the
stream.
apple.
Where?
There.
Was that the same again? When? I don't know. That's today? No.
What if it was last year? Is it the same apple?
Oh, last year.
He can basically do what he wants here with upwards of
I eat the
1.8 million
apple at
chips.
the end of every day. I eat the apple at the end of every day.
Just under 100 big
I
blinds.
wait with bated breath.
To watch me crunch into the apple. Crunch, crunch.
Everybody, he's eating the apple. Quick.
That'd be a photo and a half, wouldn't it?
Crunching in the apple.
Yes.
He does it in the
first
toilets.
bite, the first bite.
Silly. Don't eat in the toilet.
Just smoke cigarettes.
Only cigarettes. No apples.
All right.
Don't be silly.
All right, I get it. You
And
know how
photos.
I
And
get.
photos.
Be a bit silly at times.
I've got a photo lens under my on my shoe.
Yes, good. We stopped being silly.
And your wife thought we were sensible people.
I've got a little bit of information here. I have a feeling, just to make sure things are fair and even for all our players, that we will be moving these guys off stream after the dinner break. That's got nothing to do with the players on here. We'd love to commentate this table especially
How'd you go?
all the way through down to our final table, but you know, there's also an argument to make sure everything's fair between the 3 tables that are left, to make sure that we're getting around the same amount of hands per hour on this table as we are on the others. So it looks like we will be moving these guys off, and I'm not sure who's going to be on the table that comes across over to us, but it is a very reg heavy field, as the regs would say. There's a lot of really great players left. Most of the best players in the room are still in this event. As Jared turns 2 pair, first Didier here. See on the top right hand corner that Didier has 9 outs. We know he has more than 9 outs, but this skin we've chosen to use that shows us the 4-colour card deck does take into account the folded cards. So I reckon that provides a pretty more accurate picture from a coverage perspective, not really a theoretically based mathematical perspective, but if we are watching, we wouldn't mind knowing how many real outs the player has. Our graphics do take that one into account. Didier's going to find it pretty tough to fold to this small size, but if anyone can, it could be him.
So I want to go October, I think that's when the Merit Poker, I think. The one that, no, not in May. October or September, yeah.
He's realised the same. Very difficult to put that one down. We've had a lot of those spots in the last hour and a half where I've just had to pay the man, especially that spot Ridge had versus Spano, where he basically cut out 250k worth of chips and he put it in Spano's stack, knowing that he was very likely behind, and he was right.
All right. Right. Yeah.
So we'll lose Catherine and add Jacob to our feature table. And unsure.
Yeah. No, I love the
We have under 10 minutes left here of level 15. The culmination
Pretty bad
of this
before,
level.
wasn't it?
Will be a 45-minute dinner break. We will be about 8 off the money as well, so I wouldn't be going anywhere if you are interested in how a lot of the best players in Australia proceed.
Between you two.
What was that?
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
Yeah, so how
Now I feel like I do remember.
We'll be getting a new bunch of players
With you.
I went to 2 parties
after our dinner break. Sad to see these guys go. They were told to keep the talk up. And they did my job for me, which was good.
I'm
Really
under the
good
gun.
bunch of characters, but no matter what table you're on, Spano usually makes things pretty easy in terms of table talk.
You started for me, but you don't start.
Quick,
Hello?
I think it just didn't go on.
I can't believe it. Look. Who are you doing that to? Yeah. Yeah, baby.
7 fold. I think 1 fold.
Yeah, only give Didier 20 seconds, that's right.
2 fold.
Fair.
I don't know where you think you are, mate, but APT.
I run the joint, mate. Don't think, mate. Oh, what? Because you're sponsored, you think...
I'm on the screen.
Blah, 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 blah.
Now you are.
Mate, I run this universe.
Wait, this is a good succession of photos. Get Joyce out of there.
I
Get
run
back to
this
me.
universe.
Beat it,
Spano will be
Maguire.
back on in a second, no doubt. There he is.
There's Spano, yeah.
Oh, there I am. That's last night.
Yep.
Oh, Larry Ginn.
Larry Ginn. Good old Larry.
Why? Is he still in? How do you say that, Paul Garrett? You're like this bloke, I know.
He's probably upstairs in the APT On Demand Centre trying to get something up.
Gary doing Gary things. I love saying it. He does a lot of Gary things.
You 8 fold. 1 fold.
45?
So do you Airbnb, Coops, in LA? Do you Airbnb?
Yeah.
I told you to do that. No, but I believe that...
Owen deciding what to do here with his last 9.5 big blinds.
Yeah. Well, what they do is they...
4 fold.
And they're going in the middle. I apologise, bang on 10.
Probably fold too.
Yeah.
195.
Exactly.
Rich has folded, so has Didier. Owen getting a couple of jams through recently with the ace jack, now in the ace 4.
I think for food.
What is?
Vegas.
Staying alive. He probably should be out of the tournament, let's be honest. Decided to flat the jacks versus Jared's 10s.
Eating
If
at
he got
some of
that
the
in, he would have
mid-tier
been flop,
restaurants.
nearly
Like,
dead.
I thought,
But he's
Hell's
still
Kitchen
with
wasn't
us.
very
Oh, the
good,
price
and-
is terrible, obviously.
But like the
yeah.
really good restaurants.
Yeah, I think there's...
Yeah. And we're fortunate enough to be able to live in that environment. That's why we stay where we stay. And yeah, we eat clean food, but
Depends.
the majority of restaurants, at 12 o'clock at night, when you're coming back from poker, your options are so poor.
If they're coming in to like do a cook weekly, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. If you have them there every day preparing every meal, like fresh,
No,
then
but
no,
you have
you're
them
not
there
going
3
to...
times a week. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come in for 3 hours at a time and
Yeah, 4
just
or 5
batch cook
hours, and
everything.
then-
Yeah,
batch cook, put everything in the
Microwave
freezers.
her up.
Yeah.
I think that's smart.
Owen deciding
Somebody
how to
else
proceed
could
here with Queen Jack suited. It's working with 14 big blinds. You might just see Owen put this one in.
Oh, look me.
Comes with raise.
Saved yourself 3 hands, mate, by asking.
That's an intense conversation happening.
Yeah. What did you say to that guy? Wasn't that bad of you? I don't know. Some guy was just like,
Spano decides to
Yeah,
defend the Jack 6
stories.
suited. Really wants to avoid the
What
Jack
is he
5
on about?
flop.
Yeah, I'm just a crackhead.
Yeah, well.
Strengths
You
and
have some
weaknesses,
redeeming
Jared.
qualities.
He has
as well.
outflopped
Don't be
Owen,
too
who
hard on
snap
Strengths
checks
and
back.
weaknesses, Jared.
Exactly.
A board you'd think he'd probably be betting more often than not. Is now the time he decides to take a stab? No, but
Yeah.
after it's gone
I can't
check,
believe he
check,
didn't play
well, he's
last
probably
year.
going to think he's got the best hand, and majority of the time he does.
I was like you. But you actually, because you were playing online a lot. That's
But you weren't
so
playing
dumb.
the
That's
American
so dumb.
WSOP games.
WSOP becomes much better than GG or.
Sometimes I think you aren't thinking.
No, but the guy that was giving you a rap was the guy commentating on the final table of the Millionaire, saying, yeah, he's going, Cooper's in Israel, and they played in LA together, and
Of course, Rob alluding to Cooper's big run in that WSOPC event in Los Angeles. We did mention that before.
playing with him in Los Angeles.
Corey won, yeah. He beat Toby's partner.
Looked like he was gonna.
He did well. Oh, wow. Is that a big? Wow. Wow.
And the one time Didier decides not to 3-bet, it's the time it would have got through. Of course, he just run into it the previous two times. First Jared's 10s and queens. Dare say that one would have worked though. Decides against it. Jared will take down another pot.
Hey, if you spike something, sell me some dollars. Oh, I didn't get big for him.
Still 8 off the money here in the Goliath. 65k up top.
Boom. Boom.
I gave him
We're not far away from our dinner break where we will take a 45-minute intermission and
Oh,
back
yeah,
here
yeah.
with a new set of players.
Yeah.
Oh, that was everybody.
Malcolm really needed a boost after that.
You know what was bad?
He was down after not getting the big bounty.
Before he left, he said, "You want to buy a piece of me?"
Oh no.
We never finished
No
the
way.
conversation. Yeah.
Would you like a sweat? Sure.
Would you choose to do that?
Only cost yourself 100 grand, maybe.
I'd never
What's that?
go.
Oh, he's just only cost himself 100 grand.
Yeah. Happens.
It's Cooper out, flops Ridge here.
You want to FOMO me at APO,
Really
mate?
enjoy seeing how Cooper proceeds
I'm
in
gonna
a
be
spot
there
such as
fighting
this.
you.
Such a good player.
Why would I FOMO you?
Looking for his second
Nice and
Goliath
action in me,
trophy.
Rob.
Fight you.
Put me in, coach.
Looks like he comes with call.
I should say. That's right.
Has got Ridge's specific hand very dead. Oh, goodness me. Why did I say anything?
I'm finished now. Had enough. Let's go.
Au revoir.
Yep. What's off?
Go, Robbie, go!
Ridge contemplating what size he comes with. Looks like about half, just south of
I
half.
a lot of chips.
Cooper knows this is a card Ridge is going to be continuing on nearly always, but he's going to look back at this in 25 minutes' time and realise
We're
he
moving?
got quite unlucky.
Okay. Nice.
Makes the very disciplined fold, and Ridge takes down yet another pot. It's been a big month for Ridge Grimsey.
Can we take 2 minutes to do his hand, please?
I agree. No, I don't.
Oh, you don't agree?
No.
You want to play the next spot?
Yeah.
We can get a hot minute.
Be very spiteful.
Oh.
Ah!
Second
Can't
card
have a
off the
second
deck.
hand off the deck. Oh, no, it's the third one.
Oh.
Magic
Upgrade.
hands.
Upgrade.
To run that good,
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
You have to open after that. It'll be so good.
Upgrade. 40, please.
Spano. Spano. Spano.
Spano here from the cutoff with King Jack suited, and Thatcher defends 9-6 off and flops the absolute joint. The 9 will improve Spano's hand to a better straight, but Jared flops the eyes out of this. Spano's going to come along with a gut up. Absolutely licking his lips here. Now just deciding on what size. Very Thatcher flop.
How many minutes have we got? No, let's have it so video can play the big boy.
It's very kind of you.
No problem.
Very kind of you.
Rob seemed to be a non-believer there, but he was flopped basically dead to a 9.
Is that a rule?
And some backdoor club stuff going on there, but
If I muck
takes
right
down
under
another
his
pot.
chin.
What am I going to do?
Over 800k
Leave the card
now.
there and know what isn't. Chucks in the face.
Still
Boom.
8 off the money here as we approach our
Stop
dinner
that.
break on day 2.
I had a really good hand.
Ace. Queen.
Nah, it's queen shit.
That's what I had that 5-bet fold to Bird earlier.
45-minute dinner break.
Not really. Had a way worse hand.
Oh, all in.
They're moving us, eh?
And that will be our last hand.
Last time and I would have
And
called.
let's see if Damien gets looked up. Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jared's misread.
No. Well, what's the ruling? What's the ruling?
Oh, this is a disaster
Tiger!
right on the dinner break for Jared Thatcher.
Tiger!
He might have to be committed to putting his chips in
Tiger!
here, basically dead versus
Yeah, yeah.
Damien's ace
Shoot!
3.
Floor.
That's a misstep. From what I can gather, he hasn't seen Damien's all in, and he's completed the small blind. Now, we are just getting a ruling to see if Jared will be forced
Yeah, I don't
to
know what
call
rule, I don't
Damien's all in, or he
I thought I was
forfeits the
limping,
chips.
but there was an all-in.
We'll see what the TD comes with.
You have the opportunity to either forfeit the 20k that you put in, you fold, or make
And it's 150, right?
You've been doing it all day, man.
It's 150, right? Yeah. Was it 150?
Jeez, action
I'm
of
just
plenty.
asking for a count. Yeah. Thanks. All right, I'll give you some action, mate.
This is going to be tough to
King
fold
eight
to
suited.
Didier. He does agree.
I had King 3.
Are you ahead of me?
I'm in front.
You're in front?
As Damien
How far in
Thatcher
front
has
of
to
us?
forfeit the
Like a long
2K.
reveal with
Quick
aces?
ruling made
or-
there, but there's a lot of action.
Okay, yeah,
as
that's a
Didier
fair
puts
I
fight.
had one of
Fair
each.
fight, yeah.
I had a King and a 3.
Fair fight. We've each got our own suit, you know, like.
Let's take it over to Didier to bring us into the dinner break.
They're all in at risk.
It's going to be 5 outs, once to
Everyone.
survive for Damien.
Close.
And it's not there. Damien will survive after an
That's all
action-packed
right.
final hand.
No. I
And
think
we
it's
are
pretty
going
close
on
anyway.
a 45-minute dinner break, so we will be back on stream 8:45 local time. That's Brisbane time. 45-minute dinner break. We'll have a
extra
new
10
set
from
of
Jared,
players. I
'cause
know.
he's kind.
I think I can see Naj on that outer table will be one of those players, so a lot of action to be had there. Join us in 45 minutes as we take you in to the money bubble of the Goliath $2,500 buy here at Eatons Hill in Brisbane.
Hashem had, I had 8.